am. Somebody say, that's me right there. I'm not ashamed of the gospel because it's power of God for the salvation of everyone who believes. First to the Jews, then to the Gentiles. Lord have mercy. Have time to unpack that. Just come on and turn to somebody. This will be our sermon topic. I want you to turn to somebody. This is our sermon topic and say, don't assume anything. Turn to somebody else and say, don't you assume anything. Amen. Come on and take your seats today. Amen. Somebody. Oh Lord, help me somebody. Keontae and Jonathan, I know y'all with me. Thank you so much. Praise team. Thank you for all of you who are in the house. How many of you know that sometimes it's funny because there are people around us who make assumptions about us? Oh, y'all ain't help me. Can I talk for a little bit today? And isn't it funny that sometimes, somebody shout back, say sometimes, the assumptions that people have on us just ain't right. Can I help somebody? See, can I clear up a couple of things? First of all, there is an assumption that every time I cry, I'm hurting. Lord, I wish somebody would help me. Sometimes I'm crying because I need to release. I wish somebody would help me right there. And then sometimes I'm crying because it just needs to happen. It's a purging process. Anybody want to help me today? I learned that if you cry a little bit, you can reap a lot. Lord have mercy. And then people around me who never cried a lot, you ought to get ready to reap a lot. Who am I talking to today? There is also some other assumptions. Can I talk a little bit? The fact that sometimes when I'm quiet, I'm going to talk about myself. You can put your own self on there. That when I'm quiet, that can be viewed as a sign of weakness. Let me tell you something. Let me lean very close to you. I am most dangerous when I'm quiet. Who am I talking to today? You don't want to back me in the corner, honey. Because when I'm quiet, you can't hear my prayers. And you don't understand what God and I are talking about. This situation. There's assumptions sometimes out there that when people are quiet or they retreat, that they have run away and they've given up. No, sometimes, beloved, can I talk a little bit? The fact that I backed up is because I realized that the mess you're trying to pull me in ain't worthy of my time. Somebody high five me spiritually. Come on, high five, Pastor. Amen. That's good stuff right there. Amen. Sometimes, and can I talk about one more assumption? Just because I'm smiling and nodding at you don't mean I agree with everything you do. Y'all ain't help me today. I'm trying to set the stage. I want to make sure everybody knows. Can I say that one more again? Because I want to make sure you get it on tape. I said sometimes when I'm smiling at you, don't mean I agree with the foolishness that's coming out your head. But actually, I may be smiling because it looks like you got 3 heads right now. Y'all ain't help me today. I'm telling you, it's interesting because assumptions can be dangerous. While sometimes there is truth in the assumptions and the way we carry ourselves and the way we present ourselves, there's also a time where assumptions can cause death in our destination. Y'all ain't help me today. You see, some of the things I understand, and this is my own personal testimony. Let me talk to the ministers, because the new ministers are going to be licensed. See, what's going to happen is people are going to assume some things about you. Can I talk to them for a little bit? Y'all catch it where you need to catch for a little bit. See, sometimes people are they're gonna know your history, or they think they know your history, and they're gonna make assumptions based on what they think your rap sheet was, and how did you get to where you are, and whether or not you're really worthy to be where you are. Can I talk a little bit? Ain't nobody got a right to make a decision because God says yes. Come down there, the whole world is against you. Once God says yes, that settles it. Come on and give God. I feel like praising him. You want to go ahead and me tell you. All right, I'm coming back. I'm gonna try to behave myself. So, Deacon David, I have been in ministry for a long time now. I'm 48 years old. I preached my first sermon at 16. And I've learned a couple of things. I don't know everything. But there's two things I've learned. Let me just share that very quickly. We're going to get into the text. First of all, bad assumptions can jack up good relationships. Y'all ain't helping me today. I'm going to prove it in the text. Don't worry about it. Amen. And then good assumptions should inform your journey. Anybody get that today? That's good stuff right there. Amen, somebody. So in our text, let's talk and walk a little bit, because I know we got some evangelistical people around here. I want y'all to know we got the Bible. We preach the word of God. Amen, somebody. I want you to go back and tell your pastor, that bootleg preacher, Darren Phelps, and know what the hell he's doing. Don't you worry, I'm walking. So Paul here in the beginning, if you go back to the beginning of the text, can I talk a little bit? Is that he is in the beginning of that chapter 1. He's having a conversation with the people in Rome. Here's sort of how, and I'm just going to paraphrase the conversation. He's saying to them, let me tell you something. I've been trying to get here for a long time. I wish somebody would catch that in the spiritual. I have tried my best to get to this very place. Lord have mercy. So it's just like some of you today. You struggle a long time. Here's the thing, and this will bless you, MIT folk. The here is not necessarily a physical place, but the here is more of a spiritual place. Lord, I know I'm talking about, because he was already being used by God. So really what he was saying was, I needed and I wanted to be here, because what was inside of me was pulling me to get to the next place. Well, I wish MIT folk would get that right there in their spirit. Now, don't you understand that everybody has a spiritual destination that God has predestined in your life to get to? Am I right about it? Come on and give God some praise. Here's the thing in the text. Can I talk a little bit longer? He says, okay, so I've been trying to get here, but it seems like every time I tried to get there, something prevented me. Read it for yourself in the text. Oh, all right, that pause right there, Pastor. Wait a minute. How many of you have ever tried to go back to school or get your life together or pay a bill off or try to do something and you said yes to God, and it seems like as soon as you say yes, what you gonna do, all you know what breaks loose and it keeps on coming after you every imaginable way. The children get on your nerves, your boo get on your nerves, you even get on your own nerves, your job get on your nerves, you gotta change. All y'all ain't happening today. And it seems like every now and then on the journey to your head, something will try to block you. But you ought to go ahead and celebrate God and let the enemy know that nothing will separate me from what God has for me. What God has for me is for me. Come on and give God some praise. All right. Let me come on now. Some things may get in your way, MIT. You would expect that, amen, somebody. And they will continue to try to get in your way. And wisdom will tell you a couple of things. You make the decision along with God how you gonna handle that thing. But don't spend too much time on it, that it makes you and zaps you and makes you question what God has put in your heart to do. You only help me today. Who am I talking to today? If you spend too much time in the mess, you can start smelling and acting and looking and dressing and talking like the mess you're trying to get free from. Well, I wish somebody would help me today and give God some little praise right on there. Amen, amen. And the last thing I want to tell you is that so when Paul's talking, can I talk a little bit here? Paul's saying that I tried to get here, but I couldn't get here because something was preventing me. You know what I learned in the midst of that text, Terrence? Is that sometimes in our lives, when we say yes for God, God has the final decision on when our yes rolls out and where our yes rolls out and how our yes rolls out. It is only our job to continue to say yes to God's perfect will. Somebody ought to go ahead and put your hands together and help me give God a praise for your yes. Paul says, and I'm going to move on, Paul says, don't you forget, even though I've been trying to get here, I never stopped praying for you. I constantly prayed for you. I lifted you up. Amen. Somebody. And there's something that even in the midst of our lives, some of you had some big mamas or you had some elders or some good church folk who know how to go and close the door. Amen. And then go ahead and pray for you even when we couldn't pray for ourselves. Who wants to be honest and say, thank the Lord. Amen. So then he says, and then I've been wanting to see you, and I've been wanting to do this because here's the thing, catch this in the text. He said, I've been obligated to do what God has called me to do. Can I talk for a little bit today? Let me just switch back again to the MIT folk. The rest of y'all gonna be blessed too. You do understand that when you are obligated, that means that you made a commitment. Oh, y'all ain't got me today. See, sometimes we don't like that word because commitment gets distorted when all of a sudden the world shifts. Amen, somebody. The world can shift, but your yes and your commitment should never change. Or who am I talking to today? Because, can I say something like that? Can I talk about myself? See, if I had learned before, Diane, that when the car broke down, instead of getting a bad attitude and saying, I guess I wasn't meant to go to church, instead of trying to dig someplace and find me some bus fare, y'all ain't helping me, or call somebody so I can get my hind parts to church and not let the enemy win because of what life just dished me out. It will remind me that I'm trying to fulfill my obligation, and that's to be a servant of God, even if the seasons come and shake me around. You gotta be steadfast and unmovable. Come on and give God some praise. In the midst of obligation, he said, here's my obligation. Get this from all of you who are called. He said, my obligation is to the Greek people and the non-Greek. That tells me a couple of things. The first of all, we're not supposed to just preach to people who is easy to preach to. Y'all missed that. You're not going to be called, I'm going to put that to you. You're not going to be called to serve people who may look like you or dress like you. Some of you are called to go on the bridges and go on the highways. Y'all ain't help me today. Everybody ain't called to sit here and look pretty. I know we're looking fine in our royal attire. You got your clergy collar on it, but you can take that stuff off and still be used by God if you're in the right place. We got a whole lot of pompous people sitting around here, and they got no power or no love for the people. But Paul said, I am obligated to make sure that I share that word. I've been appointed, I've been charged. I've got a charge to keep a God to glorify. In other words, with every dying breath, I'm going to do God's will. Even if everybody leaves, I don't care if I got to hop with one eye. I'm going to do what God tells me to do. If I don't come out, be flat broke, and I'm still going to keep on doing what God says. Come on and give God some praise. The other thing is in this text is that the assumption is that you can be called to ministry that is public. Everybody's not called to public ministry. And let me tell you very quickly, don't you let anybody tell you why aren't you on the pulpit or why you get the mic. Let me give you permission in a good holy way to tell people to mind their business. Is that all right? Did I say that with love? Because people will set you up sometimes to make you move beyond where you are. And then you'll have clash with leadership. The church won't respect you anymore, and your gift will be diminished. But I promise you, if you wait on the Lord and you're clear about being a servant of the Most High God, your gift will make room for you. Well, I wish I had somebody help me today. I want to say that one more again. I said, you don't have to go chasing after no office or position or nobody else. You don't even have to be in my face, honey. I'm going to know if you're ready when you're ready. Can I get a witness? Come on and give God some praise. So remember, God's called you to serve the people who God's called you to serve. Amen, somebody. But good servants are also good followers. That's right. Amen, somebody. In my first church, even if I was young and even when I was pastoring, they would tell me, would you open up the door? Will you help to serve the people? I sure would. Amen, somebody. And still will do it now. Anybody get that today? So then here it is. This is the other thing. It's that he said, I'm going to move on in this text. He says, I'm obligated, and my obligation now informs my passion to do the work. Are you with me? Yes. Once the commitment is there, anybody know what I'm talking about? Now what happens in the text? See, you can't assume that you're automatically going to have passion without an obligation. Because your obligation will inform your passion. Don't you give up. I know you're tired. The obligation will remind your passion. Don't you faint right now. You keep on going. I know right now it looks rough, but God said that God will never leave you or forsake you. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Your obligation, your commitment will inform the way you feel and jack you up and say, don't you get up on it. Get yourself together. Pull your weed back. Put your face on and get your good shoes on and get out and do the work. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Come on and give God some praise. So he says in the text, he says, I'm eager to preach. Amen, somebody. Because his passion had informed him that if he didn't preach and he didn't teach, that what was going to happen is he essentially was going to be crazy. Yes. Amen. So let me talk a little bit, because some of y'all don't know. These poor MIT folk, I put them through. I did. Amen. Am I right if I knocked your head? I know I'm right. I put them through. Amen. I did. I worked them. Amen. I wasn't hard on them. I wasn't trying to break them, but I asked them some very real questions. And then we had one-on-one meetings. And a part of those one-on-one meetings, you sat there, you ate with me, and you talked with me. You would do whatever the hand you wanted, but I still got my questions. I know what I'm talking about. You can rock and talk about everything else under the sun, but I got some real talk for you today. Amen, somebody. And the reality is, what is your passion? What are you connected to? Those are the things that we need to hear about. Not about an office or position, but are you willing to serve the people even when you're broke? Are you willing to serve the people even when you're sick? Are you willing to be committed even when everybody else is telling you to give up and give up? Everybody know what I'm talking about? There takes a level of tenacity to be able to stand for God in every season of your life. Now come on and give God some praise. So he says here that I'm passionate and that I want to preach. I want to go on and preach. I ain't just going to preach any old kind of thing, because I got something I want to say. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yes. He said, I got something I want to say. Yes. Anybody want to help me today? Yes. He had something he had to say. Yes. And what he said was this. After he went through all of that, then in the text that I read, Paul says, for I am not ashamed. Y'all didn't help me today. Y'all didn't see that coming, did you? He said, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Can I get a little help here? Somebody help me for a minute. Wait a minute, Paul. Wait a minute. Are you telling me this is the same Paul who was in prison multiple times? Oh, Lord, I'm going to go somewhere. Is it the same Paul who persecuted the church? Are you telling me the same Paul who was